Hey everyone, Camber here, helping you stay fit for life. And today I'm joined by my helper and taste tester, Anna Banana. And today we're making my all-new peanut butter cookie dough protein bar, inspired by Doucette's SKOR protein bar. I've been working on this for a couple weeks, trying variations of this recipe, and we finally got it right. This is really good, and I think you're really gonna like it. If you remember back to when you were a kid and your mom used to make cookies, and you always wanted to eat the cookie dough, which I pretty much still want to do that. This is about as close as you can get to that being a protein bar. So, ingredients, what we're gonna need. First off, RYSE loaded protein vanilla peanut butter protein powder. If you use something different, it's gonna taste different and the texture will be different too, so be aware, as well as calories and amount of protein is gonna change. Next up is this, what's it called?
Vitafiber.
Vitafiber. It's a fiber sweetener. It's really good and gives you a lot of fiber, so it helps you stay regular there. Next up is this. What is it?
REESE'S.
Reese's Pieces candy. We need some 0-calorie sweetener. I'm using all-purpose stevia blend. And then we also need some water. And that's it. We got 5 ingredients here, really simple. We're gonna need a large mixing bowl. We're gonna need a regular bowl that's microwavable. We need parchment paper, a tablespoon measure, a Ziploc bag, lunch size. You don't have to have a cutting board, but I like to use it because we're gonna have to use this mallet and be hitting those Reese's Pieces. Yep, and then a spoon to mix it. Yep, last thing you're gonna need is a food scale, because if you're trying to eyeball this stuff, it's not gonna be right. So first thing you need to do is get your mixing bowl, put it on your food scale, 310 grams of the RYSE loaded protein powder. You see that there? That's what it looks like in the bowl. Next up is the Vitafiber. Put your bowl on the scale, zero it out, 450 grams Vitafiber sweetener. Next up, you gonna help me with this? Some Reese's Pieces. We're gonna get 80 grams of this. I know y'all know how to measure stuff out, so you didn't need to watch me do all that. Let's put it in here first, okay? So we're gonna zero it out with that on, and now let's put it in there. Big handful, there you go. 81, so a little too much. So how about you take those and eat them? And that's how you get rid of the extra. I have no idea what you're saying. And then we're going to need a 1/4 cup of water. You don't want to use too much of this because if you do, it's going to completely change the texture. I will show you what happened with some last night that we messed up. So, you want to break these for me? Careful. Move all around. Honey, I got more kids trying to sneak up and eat Reese's. Here, let me get it. That's good. Let me finish the rest. And we don't want to completely pulverize these. You want little chunks. So I'm just breaking it up to where they're still in, good sized pieces, but not the really big ones. So that's about what you want to see. Next step, we're going to get the parchment paper. Make it about the size of the cutting board. Let's put it on like that. Then we're going to get our protein powder. Set it there. Put this in the microwave for 1 minute. Now we wait. You go potty. I'll wait for you. All right. So it looks the same pretty much. So now we're going to pour this in the bowl.
It's hot.
Yes. Get that out of the way. So now, you see that's all wet, Vitafiber-y. I'm just going to start mixing it up. It's not going to be quite enough to get the consistency that we want, but we're going to mix it up as much as we can first and then add that 1/4 cup of water. And all of this yields 12 protein bars, if you do them in the protein bar size, that are 210 calories each and 19 grams of protein. But if you cut them smaller, in half to make them more bite size, or even maybe a third, depending on what you want, that's going to change the calories and the protein. So as you can see here, it's almost good, but we need it to clump together a little more. So I'm just going to get the water and pour a little bit just all around it. I don't want to pour it all in one spot. I'm going to do about half of it, mix it a little bit, and then put the rest in. Because we want it to be a little clumpy, because then you can push it together and get it just right. But if it's really wet, it's gonna be ruined. We don't want to put the REESE'S in too soon because they'll melt. We want it to be a little bit crunchy, not too much. We want them to melt some, so it's just, you got to get just the right time. So next up, we're going to get this 0-calorie sweetener. Fill that up, honey. I'll get it for you and you can put it on top. Don't just pour it, you got to kind of shake it around the top. Pretty close. Do it more on that side. There you go. Oh, some on the table. There we go. Mix that in. What I like about this, obviously it makes it sweeter, but it also makes it a little bit gritty when you chew it. And I don't know, just that kind of gritty, sugary taste, texture is what I like. So we got that mixed in pretty well. Now, let's pour that in. There you go. And you mix this up so you get them well spread out, evenly spread among all of your batter. I can tell they're starting to melt just a little bit, but that's okay, because we want some melting, but then some crunchiness too. So now, bring this back in front of us. So we got our parchment paper here on top of our cutting board, and now we're just gonna dump this out right in the middle. Can you lick the spoon? You can lick it while I'm putting this together. Here, you take care of that spoon while I get this. So just use your fingers and spread this thing out. Just want to make sure it's pretty evenly distributed. Okay. And depending on how thick you want the bars to be, you can really spread this out so that you have smaller ones that are longer, or you can keep it more compact and they'll be thicker depending on what texture and all that good stuff you like. But once I get it spread out pretty evenly, then I just kind of go around the sides, make it even, as close as I can all the way around. Looks like she already likes it. Is that good? Yum. Now let's wash our hands. Last time I did one of these, I showed cutting it with a knife after it was already frozen. It's a bit of a pain, so this texture is just right to where you can use a pizza cutter, get it cut perfectly right now so that you don't have those issues when you take it out of the freezer. So I'm gonna cut it into 12. So I do straight through the middle as evenly as I can. I'm gonna do this in 2 different sizes. So half of it I'm gonna do protein bars, and the other half I'm gonna do smaller cookie dough protein bites. This side will be the kid size bites, and these are for dad. Now the next step is to put them in the freezer for 30 minutes to an hour, and then we'll take them out and taste test them. Ready? Who's ready to try some? All right. So here we have it, nice and frozen. And we're gonna start out with the little ones. One for you, one for you. What do you think?
Good.
Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
I love it.
You love it? Cool. Well, they like it. Obviously, I've said I liked it, but I'll take a bite too, just to prove it. But it is quite good. Just real quick to show you. This is what happened when we did too much water. See that? It's very floppy and not quite the right texture. But it tastes pretty much the same, but excuse me, this is how you want to have it, where it's a little bit thicker and you can break the pieces apart. So first off, just to point out, I'm using RYSE protein on a lot of these, but I'm not sponsored by them. I mean, come on, I've got like less than 200 subscribers, so I'm not sponsored. But I want to compare this to some other options. For example, if you were to have REESE'S cookie dough, peanut butter cookie dough, I mean, this stuff is good, right? But this right here, this is 210 calories, and so is this, right? This has 19 grams of protein, and this has 3. This is mostly sugar and fat, and yes, it does taste very good. However, what's probably gonna happen is you're gonna be wanting more. Granted, you really shouldn't eat raw cookie dough, but even if you made it into cookies, you're probably still gonna just keep eating more of them. So, some other, what, you want some more?
I need big piece.
You want this big one? Well, just hold on. And to compare some more things, we've got some Reese's cups and we have some Hershey's cookies and cream. Both of these are about 210 calories. And the same, they have about 3 or 4 grams of protein in them. And how many Reese's cups do you think you could eat, Jill?
Like at once?
Yeah, before you actually felt like you were full.
I have no idea.
Probably 4 or 5, so you're talking like 500 calories probably. And you may even want more. But with something like this, it has a lot of protein. It takes longer for the protein to digest in your body. You're gonna feel full and it's gonna satisfy the craving you want for this type of stuff and keep you in the shape you want and help you build muscle at the same time. So, what, you want some more?
That big piece.
You want the big piece? Guess she likes it. So, when it comes to storing these, all you gotta do, you want a big one too? Okay. All you have to do is break them all apart and throw them in a Ziploc bag. You can wrap them up in some of this parchment paper if you want, and that'll keep them from all sticking together. But they are pretty easy to break apart, especially since we pre-cut them.
A lot of it.
Yeah, it is a lot. Obviously, they like it pretty much. Let's see if anyone else does. Y'all want some?
Yeah.
You want to try some? Here, there's one for you. What do you think?
Yum.
Yummy.
You like it? What does it taste like?
Peanut butter. Reese's.
Reese's?
Peanut butter.
Protein.
You like it?
Reese's Pieces and peanut butter.
So there you go. They like it. I like it. Hopefully you'll like it. So let me know in the comments if you plan on trying it and what you think of it. Also, I have all the ingredients listed in the description with links to that as well so you can find it. Remember, if you do eat something different or put different ingredients in it, it's gonna taste different and the texture will probably be different as well. Let me know if you try it, what you think of it. This stuff is good. Help curb your appetite so you don't eat a bunch of junk like this and just keep on eating it and those calories build up really quick.
Yummy.
It is yummy. So it'll help you, once again, to curb that appetite, stay lean, help you build some muscle. So I'll see you in the next one. Y'all say bye.
Bye.
Everyone wave.